What if we only use 10% of our brain, and the rest is hiding superpowers? Or if the Bermuda Triangle really does swallow ships? Let's go down the rabbit hole. Welcome to MindVanta, where we question reality with facts. Let's dive into this wild thought experiment, only here on MindVanta. Let's get started. If that were true, we'd have untapped mental powers, telekinesis, photographic memory, maybe even mind control. But science shows we actually use all parts of our brain, just not all at once. If we only used 10%, damage to other areas would have no effect, but it does. Still, if this myth were real, imagine a world where humans could think at supercomputer levels. Superheroes might have been real. People always say, stop cracking your fingers. But if it did cause arthritis, millions of us would be in serious trouble. Studies show the sound comes from gas bubbles popping in your joints, not damage. Still, if the myth were true, even casual habits would have long-term consequences, and we'd all be a lot more cautious with our hands. Everyone says it's the only man-made structure you can see from space, but that's false. It's actually really hard to spot without zoom lenses. But if it were clearly visible with the naked eye, it would mean the wall is way more massive than it actually is, possibly the size of a small country. Imagine how different history would be. Thousands of theories blame aliens, magnetic fields, or underwater cities. If the myth was true, it'd be the most mysterious place on Earth. Ships and planes disappearing without a trace would mean a real force, one we haven't discovered yet, is at work. But in reality, most of those disappearances have logical explanations. Sounds terrifying, right? Good news, it's not true. But if it was, imagine the sheer fear around bedtime. People would invent spider-proof beds, nighttime mouth guards, or maybe never sleep again. Thankfully, spiders aren't that interested in humans, and we don't snore out snacks. Crazy, right? Sometimes the truth is way less scary than the myth, and sometimes it's even weirder. Subscribe to MindVanta for more facts that challenge what you think you know.